peanut butter balls, and I'm dedicating this to my mother. Today's her birthday, and this is for Carol because she wants to do it with me. So first let me tell you what you have to get. You need 1/4 of a cup of butter, unsalted butter, and I cut it up into little pieces because it's easier to mush when we put the mixture together. We need 2½ cups of confectioner's sugar, and we need 2 cups of peanut butter. You also need ½ teaspoon of vanilla extract, pure vanilla extract, and ½ teaspoon of salt. If you use salted butter, you don't have to put the salt in, and if your peanut butter is real salty, don't put the salt in. But I'm going to put a little bit of salt in anyway. So first we're going to make this mixture, and I'll show you how it's done. So we take our peanut butter, and this is a Pampered Chef measuring cup. It's great for for ingredients that are sticky and icky, and I put it in there, and watch this. This is so cool. I just go like this, and it's out.
Wow.
Pretty cool. Okay, so we got the peanut butter in there, and then we'll take our butter, and this has to be fairly soft because we're going to mush it together. Then we're going to take our ½ teaspoon of vanilla, put it in there, and our ½ teaspoon of salt. Wipe this off. Okay, we got that in there. Okay, so I'm going to first try to see if this is mushy enough, and it seems like the peanut butter is pretty soft, so I'm going to go with it. And I'm going to start putting in a little bit of this at a time. So this is 2½ cups that I have in this bowl, but just put a little bit at a time and mush it around to make the dough. And you could do it with a spoon, but it's better to do it with your hands because you're going to get it all if you do it with your hands. And you mush it all together, and see how I'm getting the butter all soft and mushed? This is pretty good consistency. Now, if you keep your peanut butter in the refrigerator, you're going to have to leave it out, or you're going to have to nuke it. Just going to put the rest of it in. And if you put too much sugar in, then it's real flaky and you can't work with it. This is looking pretty good. Okay, I have the mixture all done. Now we're going to make the balls for the peanut butter balls. And you want to do them, you can make them as big or small as you want, but you want to do them, I do them about this big, which is probably an inch or so. And then put them on our parchment paper, wax paper, whatever you want to put them on. And when I'm done with these, they're going to go into the freezer. I put them in the freezer because they get harder quicker. But you can even put these in the refrigerator overnight and do this the next morning. But when they go in the freezer, they're pretty easy to do. And then once we add the chocolate on them, you'll understand why they have to be very frozen. Okay, so I will be back when we're ready to put chocolate on them. Sarah, take these trivets.
Everybody helps out in this house.
Yeah.
Right, Linda?
Right?
Okay. Hey, I came over here and made him dinner the other night. Okay.
There you go.
Oh, yeah, babe.
Are you recording?
I don't know how many cups we
Are you
have.
recording?
Oh, yeah.
You need to put them here. Move them over to the table, honey.
I am helping Joe make the ball.
Yeah, this is Linda's YouTube debut.
Okay, good.
She's going to be cooking next.
There you go.
No, Sarah, wait.
It's not ready yet. You guys settle
I
down.
told you it has to sit.
Listen to Mom, your words. You can eat now, guys.
Okay.
It has to settle a little bit.
It's got to sit.
All right, at some point I have to be able to use some of this food.
All right, so it's fine. It's fine. Okay.
Go.
Okay. I'm going to take a tablespoon of Crisco shortening, and I'm going to put it on the chocolate. What this does is it gives it its shine. Now, my mother used to put paraffin wax in there. But we're not gonna do that. And they kept saying, it's okay, you can do that, but we're not gonna put wax in there. Then you're gonna take, this is 2 cups of chocolate. And we are going to, it's in a double boiler. The water, as you can see, is pretty hot. I boiled it and then turned it down. So now we just have to get it to where it's going to be nice and creamy. And just mix it up, and it'll start to really melt good. So when it's all done and creamy, I'll be right back.
So,
Okay, the chocolate has gotten melted, and you can see it's all melted. And I'm keeping it on the water because the water will keep it from getting hard. So what we do is, now these are out of the freezer and they're really hard. Take a toothpick, stick your toothpick in, and then we put it in the chocolate. Now there's 2 ways to do this. You can make true Buckeyes, which is when you dunk it in and you only get half and leave the top exposed. And that is a Buckeye. That's, I guess, what a Buckeyes looks like. But I've always done it where we get the whole thing in. You dunk it in, smush it around, get it going, get off the excess, and then put it down. Now you can take each little toothpick out as you're doing it, but I don't do that at the end. I take all my toothpicks out, so I wait for it to get harder. And when I take it out, I twist it. See, it's not hard yet, but I twist it around and then pull it out, and then I take a little bit on my toothpick and I fill in the chocolate spot. So I'm going to do each one of these. Did I make them too big? Just try to get as much as you can, and then you can fill it in when you're done. You can also do this with white chocolate. We did one year, Bart and I made them, and we did them with white chocolate, and we actually put food coloring in. So we had red ones and we had green ones, and we made different decorations on them. They were really nice, but it's however you want to make them. You can mix the semi-sweet chocolate. You can make them with, can mix semi-sweet and milk chocolate if you want.
I got a glass of ice milk, because that's the way I roll. And I'm gonna get one of these if they'll let me. Can I have one?
Sure. Give him one of the ones that was
This is the
older.
real. This is the real Buckeye.
Oh, yeah.
Well, you know what? They haven't been in the
All right,
in the
let's
freezer
see.
yet.
No.
And look at, he's got it even on his lips.
A homemade Reese's peanut butter cup. That's what it reminds me of. That is the best you'll ever taste.
Okay.
Do you think we need to,
Okay. This is the finished product of the peanut butter balls. What I did is, after they were done, I just took some more chocolate and put it on top. But you don't have to do that. You can make them Buckeyes if you want. And they went into the freezer, I don't know, for about a half hour. And now you can just put them in a container, and however you want to do it. And I'm actually going to taste one right now. Inside It's very creamy. It's so delicious. Just like my mother used to make. Okay. Now I want to finish eating it. Excellent. And this is from my mom. Today's her birthday. I had leftover chocolate and I had some almonds and marshmallows in the pantry. So Linda and I made some Rocky Road. And it's really yummy. So there you go. If you have leftover chocolate and you have stuff that you can mix together, and we just threw it all together, mixed it up, and made little patties. And there you have it. So this is for you, Carol. I hope you make them.